my son didn't want to go down for his nap. So I'm going to have to cook lunch on the live stream and try to talk about what I was planning on talking about. So I'm just going to give it a minute to warm up. Like I always do. I'll probably just edit this little waiting period out later. Let's see if anybody comes online. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to kind of do one while I'm cooking and stuff, because I never get to do that. So if anybody comes on, welcome to chat. I am, once I finally get this stuff up and going and cooking on the stove, talk about a few books that have helped me with all the things I talk about on my YouTube channel, and even just some for enjoyment that I read to learn other things that has nothing to do with chickens. And if the audio quality is poor, sorry. My microphone is still not completely charging, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Give it a minute. See. Okay, Jamie. Hi, audio is okay. Good. Because it's just my phone microphone. So, that's probably, I'm glad it works. Get that on there. I'm going to put this up real quick. And wash my hands and then come back to it. Alright, let's see. What's cooking? Nothing crazy. Let's see. Flip the camera around. Just plain old sausage. And probably gonna make some mac and cheese. Maybe some veggies or something. Keep it simple for lunch. Because it's just me and my husband eating. So, to get into it, I wanted to talk a little bit about the books that I have learned from and stuff a lot. Let me get this back in steady. I want to be holding it with my hand because my hands are shaky. Get that back on there. Anyway, back to the book section subject while this is cooking. Book number 1, I will always recommend. I haven't completely finished it, but so far it's been great and consistent. Is this little book right here. Last time I saw it on Amazon, it is a little on the pricey side. I don't usually spend a whole lot of money on a single book, but this was a present that I've been requesting for a long time. So if you are ever wanting to learn about plants and what to have planted in your yard for different reasons, this is an awesome one. It's very, I'll give a little preview. It's very good at showing visuals, which I'm a very visual learner. It has pictures and very detailed descriptions and recipes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not a huge herbalist, but it's nice to know a few little things to keep in your back pocket. This is what I'm going to end with. One that has helped me a lot with chickens and stuff. I believe you can get a copy of this at Tractor Supply, but you can probably get it on Amazon too. Is this one. This one was one that a family member gave me whenever they knew that I was getting into it and wanting to learn more about it. And it's pretty good. It doesn't have a whole lot of pictures and things like that. It's just got like little things, but it's very good at describing each little thing you need to know in each step, different breeds, what are they good for, and yeah, it's very, very handy. It even has a couple of examples of what a coop should have in it or look like, how to take care of them while they're young, how to transfer them when they're older, everything. So this one has been really handy, and yeah, so if you find this one, you can screenshot it, or if you ever want to know about it again, I'll show it in another video because I keep these books in my office. Put that up. Alright, get that turned down real quick. I'm going to take a pause to put this on the stove. But let's see if I got any. State names of books, Jamie said. Okay, yeah, I can. Bo says, can I get a shout out? Hi, Bo. I am currently doing a video where I'm preparing lunch because I wasn't able to get in my office today because I need to cook something. But also I wanted to talk about some books that I have read from, learned from, about all the things I talk about on my channel. Oh, your name is Isabel. Hi. Nice to meet you. To go back on the subject of the books, these are a couple. They're by the same author, I believe, and they're from Good Books. Oh no, they're not from the same author. They just look really, really similar. Also got these at Tractor Supply. This one is called The Good Living Guide to Medicinal Tea, 50 Ways to Brew the Cure for What Ails You. Now this one is pretty good and descriptive and has a lot of recipes. I will say there's a lot of like kind of what I call hippie mumbo jumbo, like a little, they try to mix in some religious stuff in there, which I'm a Christian, so I don't read any of that. But the recipes in here are really good, and she describes how to try certain things out. You can use the roots of this plant, that plant. So this, along with the big green book I showed earlier, which this one is very straightforward. So these two together have been really handy. And this one, let's see, is called The Good Living Guide to Natural and Herbal Remedies. This has some teas in it, but it's mostly salves and tinctures, that kind of stuff, and how to make those, which I had no idea how to do any of this stuff, and these have been very good at describing that. So these three together, if you're interested in learning about plants and how to use them for any kind of purpose, medicinal or just flavor wise, this little set right here is awesome. And these I don't think are too expensive. This is the one you pay a little more for because it's huge. Let's see. Author of the green book, please. They're backwards when you hold them up. Sure. This one, the author is Nicole Appelin, I believe is her name, and she has a PhD. And then the other author is Claude Davis. I'll show that up for you. I know it's backwards. I'll try to my best. And anyway, this one's really good. I think she was on the PhD lady was on a TV show, and basically like a survivalist type of thing. And she pretty much lived off of plants. So that's how she survived that show. Which I don't recommend long period of time, but in the short term, it's pretty handy. Now, if you have kiddos or you just want like a cool little type of picture book, this one I was given to me is called Farm Anatomy by Julia Rothman. I think she has a very big collection of different types of books. Like, I think she has one that's on the ocean, one that's on plants, and one that's on other animals of the world. But this one specifically is on farming. And it has these really cool, very descriptive pictures about all these different subjects. Like there's how to build a barn, plant a seed, spinning yarn, everything you could think of you do on a farm. Like, it has all these layouts and descriptions. I've heard a lot of people use this book for homeschooling. I don't personally homeschool. I was homeschooled as a kid, but my kids aren't. But this is just really neat to have to learn. Like, you teach how plants grow and how they start. Let's see, different barns. It has all these names and descriptions, coops, different type of equipment. So if you have anybody who's just real interested in anything to do with farming, a kid even, I mean, I as an adult enjoyed this book. It has little weather zones, seeds, different plants, different types of tomatoes. I love this book. This is really cool little book, and it has all kinds of breeds of animals and what you want them for, plants, flowers, how to even have some recipes in the back. So if you're very into picture descriptions on things, this is really handy. It even talks about how to spin yarn and quilting patterns in the back. So if you're a crafty person, even it has that even. So yeah, I like this. This is a really cool book. Highly recommend. And to get on the subject of cooking, this is one that I have looked through, and I have not completely finished it, as you can tell, but so far it's been really good. It is called Home Ec for Everyone. So I know a lot of schools haven't taught home ec in several years. I think whenever I was in the 8th grade, the one time I did go to public school, that was one of the last years most public schools started having that. So if you're interested in learning anything, even if you're a college student, any way to take care of a house or an apartment or anything like that, this is a great one. I think this is a great one to give someone who's graduating high school and moving out on their own and stuff, and they need just a little skill book. It has how to cook simple stuff, and steam vegetables, cook broccoli, fried chicken, make a pie crust. This is very basic cooking, laundry type of skills. Like it even has how to do a washing machine or do a load of laundry. So if you know someone who is going out on their own or needs a little help, this is a very handy book to recommend for anybody. I love this thing because I think everybody needs a little help with skill. How to tie a tie, even. Like every little thing you could think of that was taught in a home ec class is taught in this book. And it's very descriptive, and it has a lot of pictures and recipes and steps, so it's very simple to follow. And I think this one is by, let's see, Home Ec for Everyone, Sharon and David Bowers. Yeah. So I know it is backwards again, but that's the author. And this is the book. And there's not a whole lot of home ec books out there, but this one has everything. How to cook a steak, how to start canning if you're into that, how to clean certain areas of your house, how to make your own cleaner if you want to, how to do basic mending and sewing, sew a button back on, mend a hole, iron. Like I said, this thing is awesome. This helped me a lot after I got married and had kids and needed to learn certain things. And I have about 2 more. This one was one that my dad had forever and kept around, but whenever I graduated high school, he gave it to me. Is the Reader's Digest, How to Do Just About Anything. And when it says that, it literally means that. It has how to repair things, how to swim, how to do makeup, how to fix gates, how to take care of certain animals. Like, this thing is huge. And it's very small. It's smaller writing, so you know there's a lot in there. It's basically an encyclopedia on how to make or do anything. Planting, pruning, repairs around the house, plumbing, how to care for a dog or a cat if they're sick, how to, even how to do oyster shucking, like any type of skill you want to learn is in here. So if you have somebody who is living on their own soon, again, these two books I would recommend for that. So if you have a high school or college graduate who is going out into the world, these two. Even if they're not going to be like a homemaker or anything, that you have a job and all that, these two are still very handy because not a whole lot of these little skills that help you out and save you a little bit of money are taught very well anymore, handed down. So these two, if you're struggling on how to learn how to just basically take care of a home in any way, whether you're the homemaker or not, highly recommend these books. They are amazing. And the last one, this is one that I'm currently learning through, so maybe I can talk more about it. But I have followed a couple of recipes in here so far. Is the Amish Canning and Preserving by Laura and Lop. This one's pretty good. It has just basic canning recipes in it, chili, tomato sauce, and applesauce, like just your everyday stuff, pie filling, and it's very easy to follow recipes, like incredibly simple. So, pepper jam, old-fashioned jams and jellies, how to chop vegetables and relishes, like anything you could can is in here. And it's very simple, basic instructions and easy to follow. So, those are all the books I have to recommend for any type of learning any kind of skill on cooking or taking care of a place. Like I said, even if you're not a homemaker or anything, those type of books are very handy to have, just so you can, if you don't know how to fix something or make something or do something around the house that needs to be done, because there's a lot that goes into running a house or an apartment when you're on your own all of a sudden, those type of books help me a lot. So, if y'all have any more questions, you can ask them in the chat. I welcome it. I'm going to turn this over real quick and I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you. Bye.